People, deluded, I'm back again. Back from the Arsenal-Bournemouth game, people. So we might as well review the player ratings. Apologies, people. I'm in a good mood. At the end of the day, we got into the international break with 3 points. It weren't the prettiest of football. It weren't necessarily the most entertaining of football at times watching it, admittedly, today, people. But at the end of the day, Arsenal are now up to third, I believe. We scored from a set piece. We kept a clean sheet. We got the most important 3 points. What can I say, really and truly? Obviously, not to get negative, people, before we get into the player ratings. Like I said when Emery first came in, like I've been maintaining, first and foremost, we need to improve as a team defensively. Isolated away from this match because we kept a clean sheet. But offensively, we're potentially selling ourselves short. We're scoring a lot of goals and whatnot due to Aubameyang. But you see it, people. There's not really ideas for the men in possession. There's not really coordinated movement. There's not necessarily, from what I'm seeing as a fan, no criticism to Emery or the players, a sort of plan in that, okay, for instance, if X gets the ball, Y and A and B and C are making specific movements, either to take men with them to create diversions or to get onto the ball. Do you get it, sort of thing, people? I ain't really been seeing that since he really taken over. He's still my man, of course, and I'm not trying to critique him. I'm just calling it as I see it. And I think them sort of things were evident today. I feel we started off very well. We was cutting them open, and it looked like the counter attack was on. And I felt we could have built on that. But I feel second half was a bit dodgy and a bit booky and was a bit of the Arsenal way to do it. I don't feel Bournemouth troubled us necessarily, but all in all, everyone can walk away with a respectable rating, in my opinion, in this game. Like, no one was amazing. Like, you know, when you think of XYZ player, their most memorable games in an Arsenal shirt, you're gonna list Arsenal versus Bournemouth. No disrespect, but yeah. Start with Leno. Now, Leno weren't really troubled. I'm gonna give Leno a 6 because he weren't really troubled. He didn't play appalling, but he couldn't really play amazing because he didn't have much to do. I feel if I was looking at his performance at times, his distribution weren't the best, but a 6, it was for me, I don't know what other people say, but a 6 is a calm result. We got 3 points. Not every game someone's amazing. I gave him a higher rating against United because he was tested more and he did more things. But that's nothing to do with him because in paper, the defence did their job then. We kept a clean sheet. Do you know what? I'll probably give him a 7 plus 1 for the clean sheet. So I'll give him a 7. I think David Luiz was good today, people. I'm going to give him an 8, man. I think being at the game, I think David Luiz was good. I think obviously there was a couple shaky moments from everyone in the second half. But I feel when Luiz was making the mistakes early in the season, a lot of people are speaking about, I think he's put in including United, 2 good games on the spin now, and he's been alright, people. Hopefully he can continue that. I think, obviously, he scored the goal, the thing that ultimately made the difference, giving us 3 points. But I feel David Luiz was good today, man. He did his thing. I give Socrates a 7. I feel Socrates was cool today. One criticism is obviously at times the ball playing he's not a defender for ball playing. He's a better ball player than, admittedly, when he was signed to the club, I thought he was, but ball playing is not his thing. I think he was kind of shortchanged in some incidences because he's not really with that. But I think he did all right today in what was asked of him. And when the pitch invader came on, I thought it was, for anyone that ain't watched the game, there was a pitch invader, a moment. And I was in the stands. I thought it was, from where I was, it looked like Socrates, you know, like the person running. I was like, why is Socrates running back? Is he going to fight someone? And then obviously saw it as an idiot. And he's probably got a lifetime ban. But if he wanted his 5 minutes of fame, or he probably had a promotional shirt of some company, couldn't do his thing. So Socrates, I give him a 7. Kolasinac, 6. I feel he was alright defensively today. Obviously, the application to get forward was there today. He definitely put a couple man on the weights. I feel his end product and his final ball weren't really there. And you're looking at Tierney, he was on the bench today, didn't get moments. But based on how he's played in his last couple outings, or the moments we've seen from him at Arsenal, he's putting pressure on it. He's putting a lot of pressure on that team sheet. And Kolasinac, that can bring out the best in players. It's a real competitive spot now, that left-back position. And based on that game, I'd say Tierney deserves to play after the international break. I'd assume he'd be fully fit. I don't feel Kolasinac was poor. I just feel the end product, the final ball, weren't quite there from him in couple of moments, but he linked up well with Saka. So I'll give Kolasinac a 6. I'm just making sure I'm not missing any players out, people, as I go ahead. Apologies. Let me go to my player ratings. That's my notes from the other one. Yeah, here we go. We've given Socrates a 7, Kolasinac a 6. I'm going to give Chambers an 8. I feel Chambers did his thing in the right back position today, man. I think Chambers put a real shift in. there. Couple, like I said, everyone got a bit sloppy in the second half, but and I'm remembering them. But I feel the passing was there, the application to get forward in that sort of right back position was there. I feel he did what he could, man. He had his first effort. I thought he was going to score. His second effort, I was thinking, Chambers, bring it down, man. Come on now, you're not Ronaldo and that. But I feel he put in a good game, and his problem is, no disrespect to Chambers because I like him, but he's probably not Emery's first name in terms of the centre half pairing. He's not a right back by trade. He's played in midfield, but he's clearly not fancied in Arsenal midfield. So he's going to be a utility man at Arsenal unless something changes. So the most he can do is show he can be reliable and take these opportunities. And in the last few games, he's played at right back on the spin against United, and obviously today against Bournemouth, he's done all right, man. I'm going to give him an 8. I'm going to personally give Ceballos an 8 as well, people, man. It should really be a 7. You know, I'll give him a 7. I feel I'm going a bit OTT. I'll give him a 7. I feel he was the only one really that was trying to break the line, so I'll give him a 7. I feel Ceballos was good today, man. He obviously got a bit tired towards the end, and I didn't feel he'd be subbed, but I saw the angle Emery was going with, so I'll give him a 7. I'll give Guendouzi a 7. I feel Matteo was good today, potentially could get an 8. I feel it weren't the glamorous games for technicality, but he was always there. He relieved a bit of pressure. A couple of times he lost the ball, obviously. Ceballos as well. It wouldn't be a Ceballos game if Ceballos didn't lose the ball on the edge of our area or anything. Shout out to Ceballos. But I feel Guendouzi was good today, man. I think he put in a good performance today, so I'll give him a 7. I'll probably give Xhaka a 6. I'll give Xhaka a 6. I don't feel he was amazing. I don't feel he was appalling. I feel he just one of them games. It's like, alright, cool. It's one of them. Like, I feel Xhaka, he did what he could. He obviously ran the risk of, and it's good discipline from him. He ran the risk of potentially being suspended, I believe, if he got booked today or something happened. I don't actually remember how it works, but he was disciplined by his own standards, and it's just one of them games. Like, it's not a game to be scared. You know how people want to scapegoat Xhaka and that. I think it's a 6, people. Give Aubameyang a 6. He worked hard, but at the end of the day, there's nothing he could really do, man. He's not being given any service. He worked hard. He put in application, but you can't always play amazing, and he's put in a shift for us. At the end of the day, we won. He'll be back scoring after the international break. It's just one of them ones. He hit the post late on. I feel he worked his socks off. His application was there, but it's a 6. Give Saka a 7. I understand the substitution. He did tire towards the end, but I think he was good today, man. He's very positive. What I like is that his figure is deceiving. Like, opponents think they can just come and manhandle him and move him around, but he's on that. He can hold it up and stuff. I really like Saka, man, so I'll give him a 7. Pepe a 6. I know we got an assist. I should really give a bonus point of a 7 for the assist technically. I don't feel he was poor, but it weren't really an amazing game from him. I think he at times overran it. There were some lovely moments on the right hand flank where he's showing his technical ability. I think there's still a lot of fitting in he needs to do, and potentially again back to coaching offensively. I feel there's like in being on the same wavelength with everybody. He's what I like about him is he don't really hug the touchline like that. He wants to come inside. A part of me wants to move him to the left-hand side, people. And when Martinelli came on and Saka went to the right and Martinelli on the left, obviously, because he prefers there, I was wondering why Emery potentially didn't run that in the match with Pepe and Saka. I think we should look to move Pepe to the left-hand side purely because he's not really hitting it off right now. And on the left-hand side, in theory, tell me I'm wrong, people, but hear me out. In theory, there'll be less options to make in your mind. On the right, he can obviously go down the flank, cut in, link up, do his skills, have a shot, do bare stuff in it, people. And you can do that on the left, but he's a left-footed player. Within reason, he's just going to really 9 times out of 10 have 2 options, or maybe 3. He's either can go down the flank, go inside, link up with a teammate, or pass it back. And I think him playing the left-hand side for right now and just where his form is and stuff, just having less things to think about, that could make him hit the ground running sort of thing. And then we move guys back to the right where they can do the cute stuff. Do you know what I'm saying, people? I do think it can get a bit predictable on the right-hand side. And I want to say teams have found out Pepe already because they've scouted him prior to coming to Arsenal, but he hasn't been allowed to show his thing, show what he's capable of. I don't feel he was amazing necessarily. So you lot can. I'll stay with a 6, but it's really a 7 with the bonus point. Hopefully I'm not missing anyone else out, and apologies if I am. Now, Martinelli weren't really on the pitch long enough, but theoretically if I have to give him a rating, I'd say a 7, because just the movement's a breath of fresh air. Just the enthusiasm, the movement, just earning corners where there isn't, and he's a very promising player. When he gets a bit stronger, gets a bit more precision with decision making and conviction in his shots, serious player, man. Could be the first sick Brazilian winger we've had. Now, I don't want to get ahead of myself. He's a young man. Let's just let him develop. But he deserved his moments today, man. And it was brave from Emery to have two teenagers on the flanks at 1-0 from an Arsenal perspective. As much as people, myself, question him being pragmatic at times, that is bravery, people. And Joe Willock as well at the same time. So I'll give it to me. Emery showed bravery today. I'll give Emery a 7 for his tactics and stuff, because I feel just I take away a couple bonus points, because I feel offensively there's stuff we can do on the training ground, but I do think the players could have put 2 and 2s together themselves. And the only thing I really question is where Torreira was playing when Torreira came on. It's like he was doing that Jack Wilshere stuff where you're playing as a central midfielder but you're drifting out to the flanks. And I know he's still playing as attacking mid, but I didn't really get it. Like, we're still only 1-0 up. Torreira is a combative, breaks down play, defensive mid sort of guy. Why is he not there? But Emery's got his pro license and has been in the game for more years than I could ever hope to be. So we'll see. He has his reasons, innit? Is what it is. We won 1-0. We live to fight another day, people. But for now, I'm going to go eat my Sunday dinner, man. Chicken and gunga peas and all them thing there. But, people, that's my player ratings. Deluded, I'm out. Please comment yours, like, subscribe and do the rest. Thank you for watching. God bless. 3 points.